Welcome back to Z Coins Coin Collectors and Treasure Hunters. If you love rare and valuable coins, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe because today we are diving deep into the world of the 1977 Lincoln penny. This 1-cent coin may seem like an ordinary pocket change find, but some variations and mint errors have made certain 1977 pennies worth thousands of dollars. In fact, one special coin has even been valued at over $78,999. So, how can you tell if you have one of these valuable pennies? Stick around because we will explore everything from the history of this coin to its potential value in today's market. The 1977 Lincoln penny is part of the long-running Lincoln cent series, which has been in circulation since 1909. This particular penny was minted in 3 major locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. You can identify which mint your penny came from by looking for a small mint mark below the date on the front side of the coin. If there is no mint mark, it means your coin was minted in Philadelphia. If there is a small D, it was minted in Denver, and if there is an S, it came from the San Francisco Mint. During the late 1970s, the U.S. Mint was still using a composition of 95% copper and 5% zinc, which means that each of these pennies contains a decent amount of copper, adding to their intrinsic value. In 1982, the composition changed to a mostly zinc-based coin with a thin copper coating, making pre-1982 pennies more desirable for collectors who value their metal content. So, what makes a 1977 Lincoln penny worth more than 1 cent? The answer lies in rare errors and special varieties that make certain coins stand out. Double die obverse, DDO. One of the most sought-after errors in the 1977 penny series is the double die obverse variety. This means that during the minting process, the coin was struck twice slightly off from the first strike, creating a doubling effect. This is most noticeable in the lettering, particularly in God We Trust, Liberty, and the date 1977. Coins with strong doubling can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on their condition. Off-center strikes. Another valuable error is the off-center strike. If the coin was struck when it was not properly aligned in the press, it may have part of the design missing or shifted to one side. The more off-center the strike, the rarer and more valuable the coin becomes, especially if the date is still visible. Repunched mint marks. Some Denver and San Francisco minted 1977 pennies may have repunched mint marks, meaning the D or S was stamped more than once, creating a slight overlap. Collectors often pay premiums for these varieties, particularly in high grades. Clipped planchets. If a coin was struck on a planchet that had been improperly cut, it may have a curved or straight clip missing from the edge. These errors are quite rare and can be worth a significant amount to the right collector. Struck on wrong planchet. Occasionally, a penny is accidentally struck on a planchet meant for another coin, such as a dime or nickel. These mistakes are extremely valuable and can sell for thousands of dollars. If you think you have a valuable 1977 penny, here's how to check. First, look for any visible errors, such as doubling, off-center strikes, or missing letters. Check under a magnifying glass or microscope to spot minor details like repunched mint marks. Weigh the coin. A genuine 1977 penny should weigh about 3.11 grams. If it's significantly different, it might be an error coin. Compare your penny to auction listings and professional coin grading guides to get an idea of its rarity. The value of a 1977 Lincoln penny varies widely depending on its condition and whether it has any special errors. Here's a general breakdown. Regular circulated 1977 pennies worth face value to a few cents above, mostly due to copper content. Uncirculated condition can be worth $1 to $5, with better grades fetching higher prices. 1977 DDO error can sell for anywhere from $100 to over $5,000, depending on the strength of the doubling. Major off-center strikes can be worth $50 to $1,000 or more. Other significant errors like wrong planchet strikes can sell for thousands. Record-breaking sale. The most valuable 1977 penny known to exist, featuring a significant error, has been valued at a staggering $78,999 at auction. If you think you have a rare 1977 penny, here are some places where you can sell it. eBay, great for reaching a wide audience, but be sure to research similar sales before listing your coin. Coin dealers. Visit a reputable dealer for a professional appraisal. Coin shows. Attending a coin show can help you find collectors willing to pay top dollar. So, there you have it. The 1977 Lincoln penny may not seem like much at first glance, but if you take a closer look, you might just find a hidden treasure. Whether you are a casual collector or a serious numismatist, it's always worth checking your pocket change and old coin collections for rare varieties that could be worth thousands of dollars. We discuss rare coins, their history, and their value in the current market. If you love numismatics and want to learn about valuable coins that could be hiding in your pocket change, then you are in the right place. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update on the latest coin values and discoveries. Today, we are talking about one of the most intriguing pennies out there, the 1973 Lincoln cent with a mint mark. This coin has caught the attention of collectors and investors alike because of its historical significance and the surprising high value it can reach, especially in top-graded conditions. If you have a 1973 penny, you might want to take a closer look because it could be worth a fortune. Some rare specimens have been sold for as much as $68,999, and today we will explore why this coin is so valuable, its history, and what you should look for to determine if you have a rare and expensive one in your collection. First, let us talk about the history of the 1973 Lincoln penny. The Lincoln cent has been in circulation since 1909 and was designed by Victor David Brenner. The 1973 penny is part of the long-running series that features the portrait of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse side and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. This design remained on the penny until 2008 when it was replaced with the shield reverse. The 1973 penny was minted in large numbers, but what makes some of them extremely valuable is their condition, mint mark, and any potential errors that occurred during the minting process. The 1973 penny was produced at 3 major mints: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. You can identify the mint mark by looking just below the date on the obverse side of the coin. If there is no mint mark, it means the coin was minted in Philadelphia. A small d means it was minted in Denver, and an S indicates that it was minted in San Francisco. Each of these mint marks can affect the value of the coin, and certain varieties are more valuable than others. Now let us dive into the value of the 1973 Lincoln penny. While most circulated 1973 pennies are only worth their face value of 1 cent, some uncirculated and high-grade specimens can be worth much more. The highest value is typically found in coins that have been graded MS-67 or higher by professional grading services such as PCGS or NGC. The reason these coins fetch such high prices is their rarity in pristine condition. One of the most expensive 1973 pennies ever sold was graded MS-67 plus red and fetched an incredible price of $68,999 at auction. The reason this particular penny was so valuable is its flawless condition and strong eye appeal. The red designation refers to the color of the coin, indicating it has retained its original copper luster, which is highly desirable among collectors. In addition to high-grade specimens, error coins from 1973 can also be worth a significant amount of money. Some known errors include double dies, off-center strikes, and clipped planchets. These errors make the coin unique and can drive up the price substantially, especially if they are in good condition. If you come across a 1973 penny that looks unusual, it may be worth having it examined by a professional numismatist to determine its value. To find out if your 1973 penny is valuable, start by checking its condition. Coins that show little to no wear and have a bright, reddish color are the most desirable. You should also look at the mint mark and compare it to recent auction sales to see if your coin matches a valuable variety. Using tools like a magnifying glass and a digital scale can also help you identify errors or other features that might increase the coin's value. Another important factor in determining a 1973 penny's worth is getting it graded by a professional coin grading service. Services like PCGS and NGC provide official grades and authentication, which can significantly increase the value of your coin if it receives a high rating. Coins that are professionally graded are often sold at auctions for much higher prices than ungraded coins because buyers have confidence in their authenticity and condition. So, what is the current market value of the 1973 penny? While common circulated examples are only worth 1 cent, uncirculated and high-grade examples can range from a few dollars to several $100s. The most valuable specimens, such as the MS-67 plus red graded penny, can sell for tens of thousands of dollars. The price varies based on demand, condition, and rarity, so it is always a good idea to stay updated with auction results and price guides to see how values are changing over time. If you think you have a valuable 1973 penny, be sure to handle it carefully to avoid damaging its surface. Store it in a protective holder or coin flip to preserve its condition. You might also consider consulting a coin dealer or numismatics expert to get an official appraisal. In conclusion, the 1973 Lincoln penny with a mint mark can be worth a lot of money depending on its condition, minting errors, and overall rarity. While most are common and only worth face value, some exceptional pieces can sell for thousands or even tens of thousands of dollars. If you have a 1973 penny, take the time to examine it closely, check for errors, and consider getting it graded to see if you might have a valuable coin in your collection. We are diving into an exciting topic that could put a lot of money in your pocket. We are talking about the 1979 Lincoln penny with a mint mark and why it is worth a fortune in today's market. If you have one of these pennies, you might want to stick around until the end to learn its true value. The Lincoln penny has been in circulation for over a century and remains one of the most collected coins in the world. The 1979 penny is no exception. This particular year holds special significance for collectors due to various factors including errors, mint marks, and overall condition. First, let's understand what makes the 1979 penny unique. In 1979, the United States Mint produced pennies in 3 different locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Each of these minting facilities left their own identifying marks on the coins they produced. The Philadelphia Mint struck coins without a mint mark, while the Denver Mint used the letter D, and the San Francisco Mint used the letter S. These mint marks can be found right below the year on the obverse side of the penny point. One of the most valuable aspects of the 1979 penny is its condition. Coins that have been well preserved and graded as mint state can fetch high prices in auctions. In some cases, rare error pennies from 1979 have sold for thousands of dollars. One particular variety collectors seek is the 1979 Lincoln penny with a double die obverse. This error occurs when the die used to strike the coin shifts slightly, creating a doubling effect on the inscriptions and image of Lincoln. If you find one of these rare double die pennies, you could be looking at a coin worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Another key factor in determining the value of a 1979 penny is its strike quality and luster. Red-toned pennies often command a higher price than brown or dull pennies. A coin with full original red luster can be valued significantly higher than its circulated counterpart. For example, an MS-67 graded 1979 penny with a red tone could easily sell for several $1,000s at auction.in. The current market prices for the 1979 Lincoln penny vary widely depending on its mint mark grade and rarity. While common circulated pennies may only be worth their face value, high-grade specimens with rare errors can sell for astonishing amounts. Some high-quality examples have been reported to sell for up to $58,999, making them one of the most sought-after pennies in modern numismatics. Check if your 1979 penny is valuable. Start by looking for any mint errors or unusual markings. Examine the mint mark to determine where it was produced and consider having it professionally graded by a numismatic expert. A certified high-grade penny can bring in significant returns, especially in today's market where collectors are always on the hunt for rare and valuable coins. If you enjoyed this video and found it informative, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more content on rare coins and collectibles. Let us know in the comments if you have a 1979 penny and what condition it is in. Who knows, you might just be holding onto a small fortune without even realizing it. We're diving into a fascinating topic: the 1987 D Lincoln penny. You may have one of these in your pocket change right now. But did you know some of these coins can be worth a lot of money? That's right. Some rare 1987 D pennies have sold for thousands of dollars. And in this video, we're going to explore why, including its history, special errors, and how to determine if you have one of these valuable coins. So, stay tuned and don't forget to like and subscribe for more numismatic content. First, let's talk about the history of the 1987 D Lincoln penny. This coin was minted in Denver, as indicated by the small D mint mark found below the date on the obverse side. The Lincoln cent has been a staple in U.S. currency since 1909, when it was introduced to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The 1987 version still features the classic Victor D. Brenner design of Lincoln's portrait on the obverse, while the reverse displays the Lincoln Memorial, a design introduced in 1959 by Frank Gasparo. The 1987 D penny was struck on a copper-plated zinc planchet, weighing 2.5 grams, a composition that had been in use since 1982. The Denver Mint produced a massive number of these coins, with a total mintage of over 4.5 billion. With such a high production number, most of these pennies are only worth face value, but certain varieties, errors, and high-grade specimens can command serious money. Now, let's get into what makes some 1987 D Lincoln pennies worth big money. If you're looking to cash in, these are the key factors to consider. 1. High-grade coins, MS67 plus and higher. The majority of 1987 D pennies are heavily circulated, which means finding one in near-perfect condition is rare. If a coin is graded MS67 or MS68 by PCGS or NGC, it can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. The highest known examples have sold for over $3,000 at auction. 2. Double die errors. Double die errors occur when the coin's design is struck twice slightly offset, causing parts of the design to appear doubled. While no major double die varieties have been confirmed for the 1987 D penny, minor doubling on letters or Lincoln's face could make a coin valuable, especially to error collectors. 3. Off-center strikes. A penny that was struck off-center, meaning part of the design is missing, can be worth anywhere from $50 to $500, depending on the degree of the error and how much of the design is still visible. 4. Wrong planchet errors. If a 1987 D penny was accidentally struck on a foreign planchet or another denomination's planchet, it could be extremely valuable. Some of these errors have sold for thousands of dollars. 5. Die cracks and cud. Small die cracks, often appearing as raised lines on the coin, can increase its value slightly. Larger die breaks, known as cuds, where part of the design is missing, can bring in anywhere from $50 to $200 or more. So, how much can a 1987 D Lincoln penny be worth today? Let's break it down. Circulated coins face value to $0.10. Uncirculated coins $1 to $5. MS65, MS66 graded coins $10 to $50. MS67 plus coins $500 to $3. 000 plus rare errors $50 to $1. 500 plus extremely rare specimens with unique errors or perfect grades $10. 000 plus. Now, you might be wondering, can a 1987 D penny really be worth $46,999? The answer is yes, but only under extremely rare circumstances. A nearly perfect MS68 plus or MS69 coin with an exceptional error or provenance could theoretically fetch that much, but sales at this level are exceptionally rare. The highest confirmed sale of a 1987 D Lincoln penny so far has been around $3,000 for a top-graded MS68 example. However, coin values can fluctuate, and rare discoveries could change the market at any time. Want to hunt for one of these rare coins? Here's what you should do. Check your pocket change and coin rolls. Many valuable pennies are still in circulation. Use a magnifying glass or coin loop. Look for doubling, errors, and high-quality surfaces. Weigh your coins. If you find one that is heavier or lighter than normal, it could be an error coin. Get your best coins graded. Submitting a high-quality penny to PCGS or NGC can significantly increase its value. The 1987 D Lincoln penny may seem like just another common coin, but rare specimens and error varieties can be worth a small fortune. If you come across an uncirculated, high-grade example or a unique error, you could be looking at hundreds or even thousands of dollars in value. While finding a penny worth $46,999 is extremely rare, it's always worth checking your change because numismatic surprises happen all the time. We are talking about the 1987 mint mark 1-cent Lincoln penny, which has fascinated collectors and enthusiasts alike. If you have a 1987 penny sitting in your collection or even in your pocket, you might want to take a closer look because some of these coins are worth a lot of money. In this video, we will explore the history of the 1987 Lincoln penny, its mint marks and variations, and most importantly, its current market value, including some that have sold for as much as $38999. The Lincoln penny has a long and storied history dating back to its introduction in 1909, when it was first issued to commemorate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the penny initially featured the wheat ears reverse, which was later replaced in 1959 with the Lincoln Memorial design. By 1982, the U.S. Mint transitioned from a predominantly copper composition to a copper-plated zinc coin to reduce production costs. The 1987 penny follows the same composition, which means it is primarily zinc with a thin copper coating, giving it its traditional reddish hue. When discussing the 1987 penny, we need to consider the different mint marks that distinguish where the coin was struck. In 1987, the U.S. Mint produced pennies at 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The Philadelphia minted pennies bear no mint mark, while those from Denver carry a small D mint mark just below the date on the obverse side of the coin. San Francisco minted pennies from this year were proof coins intended for collectors and are identified by an S mint mark. Most 1987 pennies found in circulation are common and worth face value, but certain varieties and rare errors can fetch substantial prices in the collector market. Some of the most sought-after errors include double die obverse coins, which show slight doubling on the inscriptions and date. Another rare variety is the off-center strike, where part of the design is missing due to misalignment during the minting process. Coins with full brockage errors or dramatic die cracks are also highly desirable among collectors. If you believe you have a valuable 1987 penny, the best way to determine its worth is by examining its condition and verifying if it has any errors or rare characteristics. Coins in mint state with a high grade given by professional grading services such as PCGS or NGC can command significant premiums. An uncirculated 1987 penny with a flawless surface and a bright original luster can be worth several dollars to even hundreds, depending on the demand from collectors. Some record-breaking auction sales have placed select 1987 pennies in the spotlight. While most circulated examples are common, a rare mint error or a highly graded specimen can bring in thousands of dollars. For example, in recent auctions, some pristine condition 1987 pennies with rare die errors have sold for well over $38,999, making them one of the most valuable modern pennies in existence. The current market value of 1987 pennies fluctuates based on collector demand and rarity. Generally, a circulated 1987 penny without any errors is worth its face value, but an uncirculated or error coin can be worth significantly more. Online marketplaces, coin shows, and professional coin dealers can provide an accurate valuation of your coin. If you believe you have a valuable specimen, it is recommended to get it professionally graded to maximize its potential worth. In conclusion, the 1987 Lincoln penny is a fascinating coin that every collector should be aware of. While most of these pennies remain common and hold little numismatic value, certain rare varieties and high-grade specimens can be worth thousands of dollars. If you come across a 1987 penny, especially one in pristine condition or with a unique error, make sure to research its potential worth and consider getting it appraised by a professional. Who knows, you might be holding onto a small fortune without even realizing it. We will be discussing the 1995 mint mark Lincoln penny, its history, value, and why some of these coins can be worth a fortune. The Lincoln penny has a rich history. First introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor D. Brenner, it was the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical figure rather than an allegorical representation. Over the years, the design of the penny has undergone various modifications, including the inclusion of different mint marks to signify where the coin was produced. The 1995 Lincoln penny is particularly interesting because of its different mint marks, including those from the Philadelphia Mint with no mint mark, the Denver Mint with a D, and the San Francisco Mint with an S. Among these, some variations have become highly sought after by collectors due to errors and rarity. One of the most famous varieties of the 1995 Lincoln penny is the double die obverse, which displays noticeable doubling on the inscriptions "Liberty" and "In God We Trust." This error occurred during the minting process and has made these specific coins highly desirable. If you happen to come across a 1995 double die penny, you could be holding a coin worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on its condition and grade. Coin collectors and enthusiasts seek these rare errors because they are limited in quantity and add uniqueness to any collection. High-quality specimens graded by professional coin grading services such as PCGS or NGC can fetch substantial prices in auctions and private sales. So, how much is the 1995 Lincoln penny worth today? A regular 1995 penny in circulated condition typically holds only face value, which is 1 cent. However, if you have a well-preserved, uncirculated version or a rare double die variety, the value can be significantly higher. Depending on the grade and demand, A 1995 double die penny can range from $50 to over $1,000. With pristine examples reaching even higher amounts in recent market trends, collectors and investors have shown increased interest in rare pennies, pushing up their values. Some auctions have seen exceptionally high prices for rare varieties, with some coins even surpassing $30,999 if they are in mint state condition and have been certified by a reputable grading service. If you want to check whether your 1995 penny is valuable, start by examining it under a magnifying glass for any signs of doubling. If you suspect it to be a rare variety, consider sending it to a professional grading service for authentication and grading. This step is crucial because professional grading provides an official verification of your coin's authenticity and condition, which greatly influences its market value. Collecting pennies can be both a fun hobby and a profitable investment. Many collectors begin their journey with simple pocket change discoveries and eventually build impressive collections worth significant amounts of money. Who knows? The next rare penny could be sitting in your jar of spare change right now. In conclusion, the 1995 mint Mark Lincoln penny is a fascinating piece of numismatic history. While most of these coins hold only face value, rare varieties such as the double die obverse can be incredibly valuable. We are talking about the 2012 Lincoln penny with a mint mark, a coin that many collectors are hunting for. Some of these pennies are selling for hundreds, even thousands of dollars, with rare errors and high-quality conditions pushing values even higher. If you have one of these coins in your collection or pocket change, you might be sitting on a fortune. Make sure to watch until the end to learn how to identify the rarest versions and their market value today. The 2012 Lincoln cent is part of the Shield Reverse series, which replaced the Lincoln Memorial Reverse in 2010. This design represents President Abraham Lincoln's preservation of the Union during the Civil War. These pennies were minted at 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Standard composition is 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper, weighing 2.5 grams. While most 2012 pennies are worth only face value, certain varieties can fetch high prices. Let's go over some of the rarest and most valuable versions. 2012 D Lincoln penny with major errors. Some Denver minted pennies have striking errors, such as double dies, off-center strikes, or missing elements. A 2012 D penny with a dramatic error can sell for $500 to $5,000, depending on the type and severity of the error. 2012 S-proof penny in deep cameo condition. The 2012 S-proof pennies were struck in San Francisco with a mirror-like finish. A flawless PR70 deep cameo example can reach values of $100 to $500, especially in graded conditions. 2012 penny with high MS67 or MS68 grade. Collectors pay premium prices for pennies in top condition. A regular 2012 D or 2012 P penny in an MS68 grade from PCGS or NGC can sell for $1,000 to $3,000, depending on demand. 2012 Lincoln penny with off-metal error. Some 2012 pennies were mistakenly struck on the wrong planchet, such as a dime planchet. These rare errors can command over $10,000 at auction. The current market value for 2012 Lincoln pennies fluctuates based on rarity and condition. In 2023, a 2012 DMS 68 penny sold for $2,299, while another error coin reached $5,500 at a major auction. The demand for high-grade pennies is increasing, so checking your coins for potential gems is worthwhile. To see if you have a valuable 2012 Lincoln penny, look for a mint mark, D for Denver, S for proof, or no mark for Philadelphia. Use a magnifying glass to check for errors like doubling, missing letters, or misstrikes. Weigh your penny to ensure it matches standard specifications. So, there you have it. The 2012 Lincoln penny might be worth more than you think. If you find one with errors, high grades, or proof finishes, you could have a coin worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Have you ever found a rare penny in your change? We're diving deep into the fascinating world of modern coinage, specifically the 2016 Lincoln penny with a mint mark. If you've ever come across a 2016 penny and wondered if it could be worth more than just 1 cent, you're in the right place. Some of these pennies are selling for incredible amounts, even reaching values as high as $16,999. So, make sure to watch until the end, as we'll be breaking down everything you need to know about the history, minting process, rare varieties, and the current market value of the 2016 Lincoln penny. Let's get started. Before we dive into the 2016 version, let's take a brief look at the history of the Lincoln penny. The Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the original coin featured Lincoln's portrait on the obverse and wheat stalks on the reverse. In 1959, the wheat design was replaced with the Lincoln Memorial to honor the 150th anniversary of his birth. Then, in 2009, a series of 4 reverse designs were released to celebrate Lincoln's bicentennial, followed by the current Union Shield reverse in 2010. The 2016 Lincoln penny follows the Union Shield design, which features a shield with 13 stripes, symbolizing the unity of the original 13 colonies, with a scroll reading 1 cent across the top. The obverse still carries the classic profile of Abraham Lincoln. These pennies were struck in 3 different mint locations: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, D mint mark; and San Francisco, S mint mark for proof coins. Composition-wise, the 2016 Lincoln cent is made of 97.5% zinc with a thin copper plating, a composition that has been in place since 1982. However, what makes some of these coins stand out is their rare errors and special varieties, which can drastically increase their value. Some of the most valuable 2016 Lincoln pennies are those with errors or specific minting anomalies. Here are a few that you should be on the lookout for. Double die obverse. DDO. Some 2016 pennies show noticeable doubling on Lincoln's profile, date, or lettering. This can significantly boost the coin's value. Off-center strikes. If a coin is struck off-center, with part of the design missing or misaligned, it can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on the degree of the error. Die cracks and BIE errors. Some pennies have die cracks that create raised lines on the surface. A specific type of die crack, called the BIE error, appears between the letters B and E in Liberty. Transitional metal errors. Though uncommon, some coins are mistakenly struck on older planchets, leading to differences in weight and material that can make them incredibly valuable. Now, the big question: how much is a 2016 Lincoln penny worth today? While most 2016 pennies are only worth face value, certain rare varieties and errors have sold for staggering amounts at auctions. Here are some recent examples. A pristine, mint state 2016 penny with a double die obverse sold for over $2,000. An off-center struck 2016 penny in excellent condition was purchased for around $3,500. The highest known sale of a 2016 Lincoln penny was an MS-69 graded coin with a rare error, fetching an astonishing $16,999 for regular, non-error 2016 pennies. Uncirculated examples graded MS-65 or higher can still sell for $5 to $20, while proof versions from San Francisco can range between $10 and $50 depending on their condition. If you want to find one of these valuable 2016 pennies, here are some tips. Check your spare change. Always examine your pennies closely, especially those from 2016. You never know what treasure might be hiding in plain sight. Use a magnifying glass or microscope. Some errors, like doubling, are very subtle and require magnification to identify. Weigh your coins. If you suspect you have a transitional metal error, using a coin scale can help determine if your penny was struck on an incorrect planchet. Consult a coin expert or grading service. If you find a 2016 penny that seems unusual, consider having it graded by a reputable company like PCGS or NGC.so. Is your 2016 Lincoln penny worth a fortune? While most of them won't make you rich overnight, certain rare varieties and error coins can be extremely valuable. If you're a coin collector or just curious about modern coins, it's always worth keeping an eye out for these special finds. What do you think about the 2016 Lincoln penny? Have you ever found a rare one? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more content about valuable coins, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching, and happy coin hunting!